being only a 4-3 guy, or is everybody pretty convinced that you can play 3-4 and?
I've been getting looks from both teams. You know, teams do believe I can play stand-up 3-4. You know, 4-3 also, but you know, it goes by needs. Whatever the team needs is what they're going to draft. You know, and wherever I land, you know, it's going to be fun, and I'll get adjusted and do what I can.
How satisfying are days like today? I mean, you've put in a lot of work, and obviously you're getting ready to do a lot of traveling, but I would assume that this is the culmination of a lot of dreams and a lot of hard work.
Definitely, you know, it's satisfying, but it still leaves a sour taste in your mouth because after you get the numbers, you always say you could have done better, and I proved that myself. I could have done better at a lot of stuff out there, you know, but you know, you only get one time, so you just got to go with it and get what you can. But you know, I think if I had to do it, it's all over again. I probably could do better, but that's anybody who has a second chance to do anything. You know, you get better, you learn from your mistakes, and you get your craft down, and you get better.
In your opinion, how much should days like today matter compared to the collection of all your games that you played, especially the most recent season?
You know, today is about being a competitor, trying to match your numbers with the rest of the guys' numbers that's, you know, among the draft prospects. You know, there's a bunch of guys that's entering their name into the draft, but you know, everybody can't get drafted, so you have to put your spot and put your name on your label on your spot. You know, everybody's not fortunate enough to be in a top 10 position like myself. You know, I'm blessed. I just wanted to reassure the teams that I could compete at a high level with the rest of the guys that's in the top 10, and that I was ready to play in the NFL with the best athletes in the nation, in the world.
You mentioned a number of teams you visited: Denver, Buffalo, Dallas. Will you visit Carolina?
Definitely. The days isn't set yet, but I think I'll be visiting them around in the next week when I get back here.
How do you feel like your flexibility and burst and those sort of things would be tested by the knee injury?
I knew that my burst would be a question. You know, as far as my flexibility, I was one of the most flexible guys at the combine, no matter what position it was. You know, DBs, quarterbacks, running backs, out of everybody, I was really flexible. You know, I knew that my knee would be. I knew that they would be watching my knee. You know, I just wanted to prove that I didn't have any effects that's what were lingering, causing me not to do anything. They just wanted to see me push through and work out. So that's what I did. You know, I had no problem with the knee all day.
Do you care where you get drafted? Do you care what city it is?
I don't care what city, but everyone should care where they're drafted. You know, it should be everyone's ideal priority that's in this draft to be number one. You know, if you're not hoping to be number one, I don't think you're in the right sport. You know, that's not showing a lot of competitiveness. It's not showing a lot of heart. You know, I think we all play this game to be drafted as a number one prospect. You know, that's a dream for everybody.
Today, in performing in Death Valley, it's probably the smallest crowd you've ever performed in front of, but with the highest stakes. Is there a certain comfort level in being in here to do this?
Definitely. You know, being home in my backyard, it was more comfortable than anything. You know, we talked about doing it on the practice field, but I wanted to work out in Death Valley one last time. You know, and I think I had a pretty good day. You know, my last game I played here, I lost. I think my last workout I did here, I won. So that's the way I wanted to end.
To what degree do you think the injury affected your performance last half season?
It affected my performance a lot. You know, playing on a meniscus tear is very painful. You know, it causes you to barely be able to move. I remember showing up to practice and not being able to move at all, you know, and just wondering what's going on. But, you know, once we figured out what was going on and figured out how to treat it, you know, I was able to play on Saturdays and give it all I had. But as far as just, it was about a toughness. You had to be tough to play with it. So, you know, a lot of guys do it. It wasn't a big issue. You know, everybody made it out to be something that it wasn't. You know, I know guys that had no meniscus and neither me, and they still play today. So